this time, our players were not responding, and I think we needed a different voice.
I've got to be me, number one. I've coached in this league with a number of different teams, and you know, it's not an easy transition. You know, I've done this before. I've been on a staff and have taken over in the middle of the season. I know what it's about, what change needs to happen to try to, you know, make this a positive situation. Is this a happy day? No, by any regard. You know, a good man walked out the door today, and you know, it's always hard. You know, I didn't come here to Washington to be the head coach. You know, I came here to help him. But as I've met with a couple of players here today, you know, I told them I would have walked with him if I didn't believe that this team can be better than what we are. And, you know, there's got to be change. You know, we have to change. It's not, you know, I'm not the miracle maker here. We've got to change our outlook on how we play. You know, sometimes when you have such a young team, players get a little confused, I think, when the word development is used, that they are going to be able to develop through just playing. You know, development happens in the practice floor. You have to earn what you get out on the game floor. And sometimes you think, well, because I'm young, they're just going to throw me out there and let me develop, and without any reward for those minutes being given to you. You have to, I believe, prove that you deserve to be on the floor and continue to develop. We have to develop these kids, there's no question about it. But there becomes a point where if you know that you're going to be out there, you'll play whatever way you want to play. And I think that has to change a little bit. Are we going to develop these young kids? Absolutely. That's a major job, and we knew that coming in to this year. That does not change. But we can't have a situation where you're competitive for 3 games and non-competitive for 3 games without effort. I told the guys, we're young. Are we going to make mistakes? Yes. That's how you learn as a young player to become a veteran, to go from a good player to a great player. You make mistakes along your way and you learn from them. We can't make mistakes half-heartedly. If you're going to make a mistake, make it going all out. I can live with that. All right, I can live with that and walk out to fight another fight. Can't live with it if you're going out there and going through the motions, knowing that I'm a young guy and they're supposedly supposed to develop me. I'm going to get this time no matter what kind of effort I put on the floor. That's got to change. You know, we have to change that as coaches. The players are going to have to change. Now, that's going to be something they're going to have to do. And as I told the few players here, that's why I'm here today. If I didn't think that this team had any positive ahead of it, I would have walked too. I believe that this team does have a lot of positive, and that we can compete at a higher level more often, night in and night out. And that's what I have. Am I happy about that? No. You know, this is a tough day for a lot of people, and nobody likes going through that, but it is what it is. I've done it before, and I'm going to do my best job to get these young guys to understand how they have to play at a high NBA level. That's what it's about right now. I don't think we totally understand how you have to play as a young player to be competitive night in and night out. And that's what I'm going to try to do.
You've been given assurances by Ernie and you'll be allowed to coach the way you want.
Absolutely. You know, I'm not going to go into something. And Ernie's been around longer than I have. He's older than I am. A couple of years. You know, before accepted, you know, I asked them what their thoughts were about not only now but the future, and I gave them my thoughts, and I told them how I thought this team needed to go, what direction, and how I was going to do it. And they were on board with that. I said, if we're not on board with that, then we got to go a different direction. And so, you know, no nonsense. Hey, you guys that know me, I like to have a laugh and a hoop, but there comes a time where it's work and play. And right now, those two are coming together too often, and we're playing around too much without the focus of doing what we were supposed to do and how to do it. And as coaches, that's what your job is, to teach them that. We have a good staff here. We have a staff that works extremely hard and well together. And you know, I want those guys here.
But aren't they used to losing?
I don't think so, no. They're losing right now, but just because you're losing, you're not a loser.
Let the face take a look at the low